Catch me on the sideline, grinding to the finish. Cause proof is in the blood. Catch me on the sideline.
I have to say that you have a very tremendous talent in your house right now. He's a baller homie of mine. But I will want to know from your standpoint, because it's kind of hard to be a coach and a dad at the same time, right? Do you guys find yourself, dissecting games a lot more together now? Because you're a coach and you're going to dissect it anyway, but does he just sit beside you and try to soak up some of the knowledge that you might be giving him?
Yes. So
is he a basketball junkie is what I'm asking.
You could catch him on his phone. We got TVs in the house, but you could catch him on his phone watching YouTube stuff left and right, watching the game. I really have, got to a point where I got him, hip to watching old school basketball. So I'm not just talking about from the 90s, but 80s, the 70s, watching all that. So he does it on his own. I just mentioned it a couple times.
Yeah.
And he goes and does it on his own. One of the things that we cherish in our house, and this goes not with just with him, but with all the kids, is that you have 24 hours to be upset about whatever game you're going. I'm gonna let you be upset. It's okay to be upset.
Yes.
You gotta work through that. It's okay. You should be upset.
Yes.
Sometimes.
You shouldn't be comfortable with losing. Right. Definitely not.
Right. But tomorrow we're gonna talk about the pros and the cons. How can we get better? So I literally don't say anything about the game unless they won. Hey, good job.
Yes.
The next day we're going to follow up and say, okay, how can we get better? And that's what I do with all my kids. So, and as far as watching games, we use Huddle. Huddle's a tool. We sit down and watch games and go through it and pause it and stuff. And he's very good at looking at it and seeing stuff now. It is to a point. Obviously, he can still learn, but it is to a point right now where sometimes when I call timeout, I let him direct the huddle because he knows exactly what I'm gonna say before I'm gonna say it. So
and sometimes that's a gift and a curse because he knows, but I think you're creating a leader, because he's been studying just as much as you have, so he kind of I know what my dad gonna say already. Don't even worry about it, Dad. I got this. Hey man, we got a back pick here. The play's not working because you're not back picking. And I think when you get a junkie like that, a sports junkie like that, that really fiends for more information. He wants to apply it once he learns it. And I just admire him because he's a perfect mimic of you. He's never too high, never too low. Mm-hmm. He just wants to be great. He wants it bad. You can see it in his eyes that he wants it. But he's never going to get too high on himself or too low on himself. He's right at even keel. And I really appreciate that. But I think it's just you being around him, and not just being a basketball player and being a basketball junkie like all of us are, but I just think you as a person being around him, he understands, okay, well, I can't be too high or too low on myself. I get too low, I might not do nothing. If I get too high, I'm too cocky, I might everything might pass me by. So being at an even keel, being able to look at everything, I think that's going to be, that's a perfect fit for him. But it was because of you that he kind of molded that, and he kind of got some of you in him, which I truly appreciate.
This podcast is presented to you by Sign-O-Rama Everett, the premier provider of a wide range of full-service sign and advertising products. Their experts provide comprehensive consulting to ensure your sign displays powerful, impactful messages. Sign-O-Rama Everett is a sign industry leader with more than 18 years experience. Once again, this is sponsored to you by Sign-O-Rama in Everett, 221 Southeast Everett Mall Way, Suite M3, Everett, Washington, 98208.